All right, so the water has reached a vigorous boil, so now we'll reduce the temperature to 350. And then we're at step 6. Once the water reaches a steady boil, you'll need to measure its temperature. Plug a temperature sensor into channel 1 of the LabQuest and turn it on. So I'll go grab a LabQuest and a temperature sensor, which is at the instructor bench. They're right here. And then the LabQuest is in the equipment room. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I grabbed a LabQuest and turned it on, and then grabbed a temperature probe. And it says to insert it into channel 1, which is on the side right here. And it automatically recognizes that it's a temperature probe. And so now we will measure the temperature of our boiling water. It says place the probe into the boiling water and wait for the temperature to stabilize. Do not touch the probe to the bottom of the beaker. That's because the surface of this hot plate is what, like 500 degrees Celsius, so it would, anything close to the bottom of the beaker will record too high. Record the temperature above table 1 and remove the probe from the water. Do not leave the probe in the boiling water for more than a few moments. Alright, so once it stabilizes, I'll remove the probe. Alright, so it's bouncing around, so our boiling water is not quite 100 degrees Celsius, but that's alright. Just pick a point that you think is the most stable or in the middle of where it's bouncing around. Alright, so I'll remove the temperature probe. And then we're at step 7. Once the cubes have been in boiling water for at least 5 minutes, you're ready to begin your first run. So I'll give, it's probably been boiling for a little while. I'll give it another 3 minutes and then we'll come back. Alright, so the blocks have been in the boiling water for at least 5 minutes at this point. So we'll continue with step 7. Use the LabQuest to measure the temperature of the water in the calorimeter and write the temperature on the first row of table 1. So once it stabilizes, we can record the temperature of our water in the calorimeter. I have been measuring the temperature of the water that I took it from, that has been sitting out since I began. So it should match that, but we'll see. So once it stabilizes, record the temperature of our room temperature water in the calorimeter. Alright, so now we're on step 8. Use the tongs to remove the aluminum cube from the boiling water. Quickly shake off as much water as you can, and then place the cube in the calorimeter. Place the lid on the calorimeter and gently swirl the contents for 20 seconds by swirling the calorimeter. Do this very carefully. You don't want any water to stick to the lid. Alright, so we'll remove our temperature probe. And grab our aluminum block. And then put the lid on and swirl it for 20 seconds. Alright, it's been 20 seconds, so now we're at step 9. Insert the temperature probe through the hole in the calorimeter lid. Do not let the tip of the probe touch the cube. So, cube is on that side, so I'll put it over here. Continue gently agitating the water in the calorimeter and follow the temperature on the LabQuest. You want to record the highest temperature reached in the first row of table 1. And then we'll just continue until we see the temperature start to drop so that we know we've gotten the highest temperature. Alright, the temperature is beginning to go down, so we had reached the highest temperature. After the temperature reaches the maximum and starts decreasing, you're finished gathering data for the first metal. Remove the cube from the calorimeter and pour the water down the sink. Alright, so now we're at step 11. Refill the calorimeter with 50 more mils of room temperature tap water and follow the same procedure starting at step 5 for the next 2 cubes. So we'll go back to this. We'll fill it up to 50. Approximately, and put it in our calorimeter, and then we'll go back to the equipment room to weigh our calorimeter with the water in it. Alright, so now we're ready to weigh our calorimeter with the room temperature water in it. So this is the second run. Once it stabilizes, record the mass of our calorimeter with the water in it. Alright, so now we'll go back to our student bench.